Presented by Sprite, the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for being with us. Shaquille O'Neal joins me. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the Los Angeles Clippers. For Los Angeles, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. How about the Warriors and their new head coach, Steve Kerr, our old buddy, Shaq?
Former analyst, knows the league inside out, was my general manager when I played for Phoenix Suns. Steve, thank you for trading me in the wee hours of night. But no, Ernie, seriously, what I like about this guy, he's humble. He doesn't toot his own horn, or he doesn't think he's right all the time. He should do great at the Warriors organization.
How do you know it was in the wee hours of the night when you were traded?
Because I went to sleep at 2, and then when I woke up at 8, it said, "You've been traded."
Oh, really?
Nice being here.
So he didn't call you and wake you up at like 4 or 5 and say, get out?
And then when I called him back, it was, doo-doo-doo, this number has been changed. Doo-doo-doo, this number has been changed. Thanks, Steve Kerr.
Time to go courtside to Kevin Harlan.
Everyone's in their seats here at the Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors look to grab a win in front of the home crowd here. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. And boy, they got by the skin of their teeth there, winning by 1 point. That was a battle.
How about the box score from that game? The accuracy from the three-point line, just remarkable.
Yeah, it was a stream of threes that allowed them to repeatedly deflate that crowd.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the backcourt. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Barnes in at the small forward. Golden State on D.
Clippers started out as a good team last year, but they never seemed to be content with what they had. They added vet after vet as the season progressed and really made some nice additions.
That drops. For 3. Now Curry. A 38-point game for him in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And what an extraordinary display of passing in that game, too, Kevin. He was making all the right decisions offensively.
Now here is Bogut. It's a 5-point game. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. And that one's good. Curry's got his first 3 points of the game.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. Over in the corner, Barnes. His three-pointers off the mark.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Paul goes in, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
Outside Curry. Pass to Lee. Clock at 6. From deep. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers.
He talked about the impact of opposing big man Andrew Bogut, saying there just aren't that many 7-footers with his kind of game. A great interior defender first and foremost. We can't get tunnel vision when we attack the rim. He's got size and strength, and we can't allow him to bully us for offensive rebounds. Let's see if they can keep Bogut from having a big game, guys.
Thanks, Doris. It's Thompson off the drive. Jordan with the block. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
8 seconds on the shot clock. 8.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson inside the line. Again, the miss by Thompson.
You look at the early lead, and it really comes down to defending the paint.
Paul against Curry. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And again, a few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away here.
I wouldn't be surprised, Steve. As well as they've got it working right now, that could be the case.
And the layup is good. Curry's got 7. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And it's Paul penetrating. That one goes. Count it.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
Now here's Curry. He has 7. On the wing, it's Iguodala from downtown, and the basket good. Iguodala's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Jordan with a screen on Curry. Nobody near Barnes. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. It's tipped. Crawford with the steal. Paul with the ball. Coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Crawford dishes to Barnes. Back to Crawford. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. Warriors trail by 5. Curry with it. He's picked up by Paul. Paul with the steal. Good on the shot. Paul's got 8 points.
A perfect 4 for 4 for him to start this game out.
Boy, he looks fresh and confident out there right now.
Curry kicks to Lee. Thompson outside. Six to shoot. Passes to Curry. No luck. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season. And Paul gets it to go in.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. You mentioned that interior defense we've seen. They have been great in the early going.
Well, they really have been, Kevin. I mean, they're forcing the outside shot. They're really clamping down inside. They're not going to allow that ball in the paint. And then they're aggressively closing out to shooters. So they've done a nice job with their defensive game plan.
Here's Curry. He's got 7. The dish to Iguodala. Bogut sets a screen for Iguodala. And there's the pass to Thompson. Kicks to Curry. The three. Another miss by Curry. Clippers leading by 9. And it's Paul penetrating. Kicks it out to Crawford. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
Back to Thompson. Outside for Curry. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Curry's got a couple of threes now in the first of the Warriors.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Ball against Curry. Jordan with a screen on Curry. Crawford, no one around him. Crawford with another miss. Warriors trail by 6. Bogut sets a screen for Iguodala. Thompson inside the line. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Last season, Andrew Bogut was able to say that he was the healthiest he's been in years. And that might not seem like much, but it makes a huge difference for him to be at full strength.
Now here's Crawford. Boy, that win against the Jazz. He's another guy who really showed up to play. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Here's Curry. He's got 10. Lee outside. Back to Curry. Shoots it up. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And with Bogut feeling 100%, he had so many injuries over the years leading up to last season that it was hard for him to really find himself once again. But when he's 100%, he's really a force in the middle.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And with Bogut, as you said, I think people forget just how impactful he can be when healthy. Everyone knows that he's an amazing defender. And he's one of the top centers in the league when he's healthy.
To have a legitimate 7-footer who can move and pass the ball as well as Bogut does, that does wonders for a team at both ends of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Green comes in for Lee. Barnes, who's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now here is Davis. Green with the block. Here's Barnes. Out to the wing. Livingston passes to Spates. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
Pretty much no chance for the smaller defender to block that jumper.
Yeah, he knows exactly how to use his size to his advantage there.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. There's a screen. Farmar dishes to Hawes. Cranes the three-pointer. Hawes got himself on the board with 3 there.
What an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Here is Livingston. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Thompson drains it from 17 feet out.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the 3-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
Yeah, in fact, that's the shot they've used from that range, Clark, to get 8 of their last 10 points.
So it's the Clippers now. 3-point lead. Hawes inside, working on Green. Farmar kicks to Davis. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Glenn Davis suffered that broken bone to his foot towards the end of the 2013 season, and that motivated him to slim down. He got down to the lightest weight he'd been since 8th grade, believe it or not, and still one of the strongest players in the league.
And one of the things that's amazing with Big Baby Davis is how quick on his feet he is for his size. I mean, this guy's 260, 65 pounds. He's great at covering pick and rolls. He slides in to take charges, and with his strength, you're not going to back him down on the block. Forget about that.
That one misses. And you take a look at Big Baby, no question a good defender, Steve. Offensively, he can struggle, though, to finish over length.
Well, he's skilled. He's a good passer, and he can shoot from mid-range, but he's a below-the-rim type player, so he has to figure out how to use his body to get to the rim.
Now here's Barnes. He had 10 points in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland. That's good.
Boy, this game is off to a terrific start.
No doubt. On both sides, high-octane offense.
LA has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Redick kicks to Farmar. Here's the three. And that's good. J.J. Redick for 3. Redick's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here is Livingston. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. At the top of the key, Thompson. No one near him. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Heaves it up. Shot is off. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Clippers lead by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California.
Coming up next Tuesday, November 11th, Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets go on the road to do battle with the Portland Trailblazers. Do not miss it.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
And they're really keying in on getting as many good shots inside the lane as possible. They're doing a nice job of not just settling for outside looks.
Yep, I agree. I mean, they're working it inside and doing it with intention and purpose.
So it's the Warriors now. They trail by 3.
You know, this Golden State team is clearly on the rise, but they're not without weaknesses. A bad turnover differential and free throw differential, both things that have plagued this team.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Redick the off guard with Barnes at the 3. Glenn Davis out there with Spencer Hawes, and it's Farmar in at the 1. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, Stephen Curry, arguably the league's best perimeter shooter. Curry said, "I love everything about shooting, but mostly that perfect form when your body is in rhythm from the time you plant your feet to the time you release the ball. Everything is smooth and calm. It moves through you like a wave. It's a beautiful thing." Kevin, no doubt.
It is indeed. Thanks, Doris.
And you look at the free throw disparity for the Warriors, not the most surprising stat. They're more of a jump shooting team than a slashing team. But if you're going to settle for jump shots, then you can't also turn it over at a high rate. I think that's where they have to improve.
And Steph Curry, an all-star starter last season, but he also led the league in turnovers, Clark, with over 4 a game.
Well, the other side of that coin is he did set a career high in assists as well, but there's no question when you talk about him solidifying his place among the elite point guards in the league, the turnover numbers have to come down, and I'm sure he'll work on that.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
Well, it's really hard to find a more pure, accurate shooting stroke than Klay Thompson's. I mean, every season over 40% from distance, but he's working to diversify his offensive game. You know, he's posting up and using his ball handling skills to get inside some.
Now here's Crawford, looking for his first basket still in this one. Shot clock at 6. Redick with the bucket.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And Thompson worked hard on his explosiveness and finishing. He predicted, Steve, a poster dunk last season and delivered against Kyle Singler. Remember that with the Pistons?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's been trying to go inside more. And last year, he thought, he'd have to work at it to get to the line more. Only averaged about 2 free throw attempts per game for his career. So that's the next step for him to be more aggressive attacking.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Klay Thompson. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Now here's Iguodala. He's coming off a 16-point game against Portland. The drive by Paul. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. And now it's a 6-point Clipper lead. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Iguodala, the pass to Barnes. And here is Green. Iguodala outside. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, the defense recognized how dangerous he is out there and got right up on him. Didn't give him any space.
Redick, a good look. Drops one in from the wing. Redick's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now here's Barnes. He feeds it to Bogut. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And you look at the numbers from a year ago, guys, this is a club that hit about 75% of its free throws.
And that one misses.
It's early, but you can already make a case for Curry as one of the best shooters of all time. Really, it's a combination of his ability to hit shots, but also his ability to create his own shot. Very rare to have both those abilities.
And the Warriors making a change here. Lee's checked in, and a switch here also for the Clippers. Jordan, he's checked in for Spencer Hawes. Los Angeles leading by 8. Curry with the steal. On the wing, it's Iguodala, defended by Paul. Iguodala outside. Lee, a screen on Paul. And the wide open shot from Green. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And if you do consider Curry to be the greatest shooter already, you're in good company. Last season, Kevin Durant Clark gave his opinion that Curry is already the best.
Yeah, this is going to be debated by people for a long time, and I don't know where the answer is going to land. But Curry definitely is in the equation already with his resume and record-breaking three-point shooting.
Timeout called the Warriors.
It's interesting. Chris Paul possessing great quickness, and yet his natural inclination is not to push the pace. He tends to prefer to operate in the half court, running the pick and roll.
Kevin, well, look here at last year in the NBA where the Clippers ranked. 1st in scoring, 3rd in assist, and they were ranked 3rd in team field goal percentage. This is a team that shared the ball and got quality shots on a regular basis.
But when you get down to it, the identity of this club is that they score the ball. Number 1 in the league, they have so many ways to hurt you, and that seems to inspire them with confidence every single game.
Now here's Lee. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And don't forget about the incredible rebounding night for him, too. Just devouring the glass all game long.
You talk about Paul's preference to play in the half court. Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan Clark tend to flourish in the open floor.
And to me, Kevin, it's really about finding that balance, the right balance. But a good sign for the Clippers has been Blake's development as a half-court offensive weapon. He's shooting it better facing the basket. He's shooting it better with his back to the basket. And he's making his free throws at a higher rate, so that lends itself to being a little more effective in the half court.
Good observation. And it's the Clippers' ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Ball's knocked loose. Curry with the steal. Here's Iguodala.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
And the Clippers have possession. The Warriors making the shot. And that one's good. Griffin's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Now here's Curry. 14 points for him.
Steph Curry last season was 7th in scoring and 3rd in total assists in the NBA. He had the 4th most three-pointers over a season in NBA history, a year after he had set the NBA three-point season record. Not too bad for Steph Curry.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there, excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And on top of that, they're really starting to knock down that long-range three ball tonight as well.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 15 points and 2 steals as well.
Redick with the bucket. And Curry, Steve, already in his 6th season in the NBA, the Warriors franchise leader already in three-pointers made.
Yeah, Warriors fans obviously hoping he will one day retire in blue and gold. And by the way, that's how I feel too. But listen, this guy just incredible from the three-point line. And he became a superstar last year, really emerged as one of the best players in the NBA. How about the delivery in the lane, just perfectly done.
Clippers leading by 9. Now here's Paul. He's got 12. Fires it up. Again, Los Angeles.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Golden State's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Iguodala dishes to Lee. Curry a screen on Griffin. Griffin against Lee. Here's Bogut. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, this is what you have to do when you're trailing. You've got to attack, be aggressive, and get to that foul line.
And perhaps cause some foul trouble along the way. I mean, that can have a big impact down the road. Well, Andrew Bogut possesses really great size and above-average athleticism, but I really think it's his basketball IQ that sets him apart. He's got outstanding instincts, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
First free throw is good. You talk about Bogut's IQ of the game. Steve, a great passer offensively.
He is. He's one of those guys who has a good feel for the game. He sets good screens. He understands angles. He's got a lot of veteran tricks about him, you know, things that maybe the referees don't catch. So a guy who can really help your team win. You know, there's been some debate over the idea of the quote-unquote hot hand. One study implied that it actually doesn't exist. I always felt as a player that as soon as I felt the ball go through the hoop a couple times, I was much more likely to make that next one.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Doc Rivers trying to help this Clippers team to the mountaintop. And Chris Paul said, I've never had a coach that wants to win as bad as I do, until Rivers. Rivers said, I'm just here to try to win. I always tell our players there's no guarantee to it. You have to be willing to get your hearts broken. Gentlemen.
He's getting him to lay it all on the line. Doris, thank you. Los Angeles calls timeout. Well, that hot hand study, Clark, we were talking about a little bit earlier, they realized it didn't take into account how difficult the shots were. And, you know, hot players take those heat check shots.
Yeah, they do. They do. And not to mention, they draw more defensive attention once they get on the roll. So I think it comes back to common sense. You definitely try to get a hot player the ball, but above all else, you want quality shots.
Now here's Paul. 14 points for him. Green up on top. Covered by Barnes. Outside for Curry. Lee, a screen on Paul. Paul against Curry. 6 to shoot. from 11 feet away, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Paul kicks to Crawford. Griffin sets the screen for Crawford. Kicks it out to Paul. Crawford left side. Lets a floater go. Warriors trail by 8. Green left side. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala.
That's really the area where they'd like all of their shots to come from.
And the Clippers have possession. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And they were so proficient in that game offensively, guys. Their passing was dynamic, shot making, really good flow to their offense.
Well, they played a very intelligent game of basketball, Steve, and those two things go hand in hand.
Now here's Curry. 15 points in the game. Now the feed to Bogut. And it comes off the front of the rim. Clippers leading by 6.
You know, one story that didn't get a lot of press last season, 2 days after the Bledsoe trade had been given the go-ahead, the ownership tried to back out of it. The trade was already public news, and Doc Rivers actually threatened to quit before their ownership backed down.
Golden State's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Curry kicks to Lee. Rebound by the Clippers. Griffin's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Paul outside. Davis with a screen on Curry. Back to Davis. Fires from the line. Off the left rim and out.
Really good work defensively. This coach has to be happy with his team.
Yeah, forcing that miss right there, great effort.
And it's Green, missing.
That's a battle they haven't been winning today, guys. Their work on the glass has to improve.
And that's not the only thing that's gone against them.
I love what they're doing, trying to put the hammer down, attacking the basket when they can.
Warriors trail by 11. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Here's the 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 8 rebounds in this game.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Now Barnes. He had 13 points in the win against Utah. Griffin's shot is good. Griffin's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Feeds it to Bogut. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feed. Iguodala's got 3 assists now in this one. Los Angeles leading by 11. Paul outside. Pass to Barnes. Back to Paul. A 3-ball. And that one's good. Paul's got 17.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
It's Curry outside. That's good.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Los Angeles on top, up by 11. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I'm here with Blake Griffin. And Blake, what's been the key tonight on how this first half has turned out for you guys?
We just have a lot of different pieces, a lot of veteran pieces, a lot of skilled pieces, and they're coming all together right now, and it makes it a lot easier for us.
Thanks for your time, Blake. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Well, I love his tenacity defensively. The way he plays at that end of the floor has been a major factor here in this game.
And as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance and uncomfortable.
Warriors trail by 11. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. It's Lee and Bogut inside, and it's Curry in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Well, I liked what I saw from Blake Griffin, showing more assertiveness offensively, especially when Chris Paul was missing time with the separated shoulder. Blake averaged over 24 points a game last year. That was a career high.
And Griffin showing more and more comfort with his jump shot. Doc Rivers wants him facing up to exploit his ball handling and quickness. And tell you what, when he's making that outside shot, he becomes basically unguardable.
And for Griffin last season, over 70%. Clark from the free throw line for the first time in his career.
Love seeing that kind of improvement. It points out how diligently he worked to refine and improve that free throw shooting.
Well, Chris Paul breaking Magic Johnson's record last season with 13 double-doubles to start the season. That's points and assists we're talking about. Anytime you're mentioned in the same breath as a Hall of Famer, that's a pretty good thing.
And both free throws good from Paul. And Chris Paul finishing last season as the NBA's leader in assists per game. His third time achieving that mark.
Yeah, and he's been in the top 5 in that category pretty much since he came into the league. You won't find any better than Chris Paul as a point guard.
Now here's Lee, back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles Leafs cut to just 11 on the basket from Lee.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
Jordan sets the pick for Paul. Now Griffin inside. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 8 now on the night.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Lee. 6 points for him. That's good. Lee's got 8 points. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Crawford against Thompson. Crawford drives in. Back to Paul. The 3. Another shot. And Jordan with the nice inside bucket. He's got 8.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. The rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Now, here's Thompson. 8 points for him. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Bogut, and good work on the boards that pick up the second chance points.
That putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this, for his career, 15,806 career assists, a record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And he wasn't really a flashy passer like a lot of the great playmakers you think of, but just always in control, kind of an old-school game, but one that was tremendously successful over the course of his almost 2 decades with the Utah Jazz.
Timeout called the Warriors.
He can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up in the paint.
They are just way too porous as a defense right now. A lot of holes in that defense. It's a good time to use a timeout here.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Thompson outside, tries to save it, and that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. The Clippers, number 1.
They were the highest scoring team last season for a reason, Kevin. I mean, nobody found a way to effectively slow down their offensive production. And everybody tried a lot of different things, but this team is so balanced and so versatile and so unselfish, it's hard to keep them from putting points on the board.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. They gave him a wide open look there.
Clippers leading by 8.
The Warriors last season voted the most fun team to watch in the NBA. Easy to see why. Arguably the greatest shooting backcourt in NBA history, and a lot of great passers, too.
And you watch the Warriors, Clark. They're having fun playing out there. Great chemistry on the floor and in the locker room.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a college atmosphere.
It does.
I mean, their harmony and chemistry is outstanding. A lot of youthful enthusiasm. And remember, despite their success, this is still one of the youngest teams in the league.
And he can't get the first one.
DeAndre Jordan has always had a knack for the incredible, and it usually manifests itself in his dunks or blocks. But last year, he committed himself more on the defensive end, and it really made a difference for him.
Shaun Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. And then for the Clippers, Redick comes in for Jamal Crawford, and it's Farmar in for Chris Paul. And he sinks the second. You think about defense, Clark, and it isn't just how many shots you block. Jordan really seemed to focus on the little things that go into being successful defensively.
And I think that's a tribute to Doc Rivers, who actually emphasized some of those little things that would help Jordan elevate his game and his team. And to Jordan's credit, he took heed and made significant improvement.
Clippers leading by 9. Picked by Griffin. Farmar passes to Griffin. Left side, Griffin. 14 feet away. No good. And Golden State will go the other way with it. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Rockets game. Should be close, I think.
Picked by Griffin. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And Redick kicks to Farmar. Clock at 6. Barnes with it. 5 points in the game. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And here we can check out the story on Jordan Farmar. Last season's stats for him averaged 10 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. Those aren't bad numbers, but they're not the kind that are going to earn a lot of extra minutes for him either.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if he wants to play a bigger role, a larger role on the team, those numbers are going to have to be better than just decent.
And here's Iguodala outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 14 points. Redick up top. 10 points for him. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here is Livingston. The screen from Thompson. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Fires the 3. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Thompson.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Dishes it to Jordan. He kicks it to Redick. To the wing on the left. Plenty of space. And it's Farmar. That time on the assist from Redick. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, Jordan Farmar spent a season playing in Turkey on a lucrative contract but missed the NBA. And he came back to his hometown of LA last season playing with his old team, the Lakers. Now settled in with their crosstown rivals, the Clippers.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Spencer Hawes is checked in for the Clippers. The Warriors have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. On the wing, Thompson. Shot off the pick. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists tonight. And Farmar battling injuries last season along with all the other Laker point guards, but when healthy, he's a player.
I agree. Athletic and with quickness to defend. He's got a pretty good mix between scoring and playmaking too, and just now entering the prime of his career.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on it. Blake Griffin, arguably the top posterizer in the game. Opponents don't like being embarrassed, and they'll take a hard foul on him if need be. Some have said that Griffin needs to retaliate for his own well-being. He's got to go back at some of those guys. Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Here's Farmar. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Griffin has said he thought about retaliating for the hard fouls, but he said, Steve, you know, it might be best for me, but getting suspended would be very bad for my team. He had his head on straight, obviously.
Well, yeah, credit him for trying to keep his cool and not get caught up in the moment. But understand that there's always a two-way street. He oftentimes initiates the contact, and he's such a physical player that he's always going to get caught up and tangled up with other players.
And the Clippers making a change here. Davis is checked in. So Farmar nails both of them. Early on last year, the Warriors showed that they were going to be a team to make the postseason in the West. Couldn't get the home court advantage, though, and that kind of hurt them.
Yeah, it did. And as dangerous as their team is in the playoffs with the shooting ability they have, they're much better if they could have gotten that extra game at Oracle Arena.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Outside, Davis. He dishes it to Farmar. Shot clock at 6. Barnes up top, covered by Barnes, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Last year's Warriors and where they ranked in the NBA. A chance to check that out now, Kevin. 4th in three-point field goal percentage. 4th in opponent field goal percentage. And they also showed up in the top 5 in team rebounds. That means everybody's doing their job on the boards. This is a very strong rebounding team.
And how about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range. And I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play. And it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. Attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot.
Now Farmar. Harrison Barnes missing on the 3. A baseline J. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got 12 in the game. Warriors trail by 9. Livingston dishes to Barnes. Green with a screen on Barnes. Barnes grabs the miss.
Not much of a pick there. Unless you're going to get a body on somebody, you're really not going to free anybody up for a shot.
Here's the screen. Three-pointer. And that one's good. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Here is Livingston, looking for his first basket still in this one. Thompson, a picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Farmar kicks to Redick. Pass to Hawes. In low to Davis. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Clippers have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And you look at the numbers, guys, this team shot a 73% clip over the course of last season.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Well, suffice it to say, Clark, some big changes for the Clippers going into last season.
Well, the unusual step of trading for head coach Doc Rivers and another trade bringing in Jared Dudley and J.J. Redick, which added spacing to their offensive attack.
The Warriors making a switch here. Lee's checked in. Warriors on D, 11-point game. Here's Redick, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And for the Clippers, re-signing Chris Paul, an important step. He really pushed the team to make the trade for Coach Rivers and used his free agency to hold their feet to the fire.
And I think when you talk about the moves the Clippers have made, they're going in the right direction. I think that's pretty clear. Spacing to improve offensively, and a really good defensive mind in Coach Doc Rivers. Actually, one of the best defensive minds coaching in the league.
And both free throws good for Redick.
J.J. Redick, acquired by the Clippers going into last season. A great fit, but injuries really held him back. First, surgery to repair ligaments in his wrist, then a bulged disc in his lower back. Ended up playing just 35 games in the regular season.
Now, here's Redick. After the miss from David Lee, Davis sets a screen. Farmar passes to Redick. To the left side wing. Farmar dishes to Barnes. 4 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot from deep three-point range. The shot by Redick, no good. And Redick, were not for the injuries, is on pace, Clark, for the best season of his 8-year NBA career.
Kevin would have been a career high in points per game. Great efficiency for Redick as well. He flourished playing alongside former ACC rival CP3, Chris Paul.
So it's the Clippers now. After the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Davis kicks to Hawes. Tries again. They shoot again, and it's good on the layup. Hawes got his second basket of the night.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Here is Livingston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. To the right side. That's a 2 from Barnes. Redick with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 12. To the paint, here's Farmar. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
Well, they're finding the holes in the defense, Clark, and they're exploiting them.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Passes it to Green. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Barnes has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Now Farmar. He's got 6. Davis with a screen on Thompson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
The Clippers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. And the first one drops. Both teams will make substitutions. And both free throws good for Redick.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Clippers lead by 16. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
Tune in next Tuesday night, November 11th. Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Live from Oracle Arena, big-time hoops coming your way.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. The X trying to get it. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot.
Here's Paul. And here's Crawford. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the backcourt. And it's Redick in at the small forward position. Now here's Crawford. 5 on the clock.
Ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
You know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Lee with a solid pick that time.
And here is Los Angeles now. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Griffin goes in, kicks it out to Paul. Back to Griffin. 11 feet away. David Lee comes up with the rebound. Lee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Right side Curry. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Back to Iguodala. The dish to Thompson. 4 on the clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
Paul outside. Kicks it to Crawford. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Back to Crawford. From 11 feet away. That one rolling around and rims out.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Yeah, they're getting outclassed in the paint at both ends, really.
Thompson outside. Iguodala outside. Deflects the pass. It's Thompson off the drive. Shot from 12. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 6 assists in the game. Clippers leading by 14. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Crawford against Thompson. Crawford passes to Jordan. And it's Paul penetrating. Second chance shot. Cannot hit. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Here's Thompson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Klay Thompson, the son of former #1 draft pick Michael Thompson, but totally different games. His father was a big man who kind of played inside. Klay, a swing man, just a knockdown shooter from deep.
And Klay's father, Michael, often his toughest critic, he tells Klay, post those smaller guards up and don't always fade away. I can hear him saying
oh, my, that's why I'm laughing. Sounds just like Michael, who knew how to handle himself with his back to the goal as a college and pro standout himself.
Barnes, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And so Thompson nails both of them.
The Clippers had really good depth at the guard positions, but last season their lack of depth along the front line was a real problem. One they hope has been solved this season.
Now here's Griffin. The pass to Jordan. Barnes dishes to Paul. And he gets it to go. Paul's got 21.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
And looking at the Clippers bench, maybe the strongest in the NBA 2 seasons ago.
Well, the Bledsoe trade weakened their bench, but it strengthened their starting lineup. But a winning team in Los Angeles with a players coach like Doc Rivers, I mean, you knew they'd be able to find some help.
Here's Curry with the 3, and the call will be against David Lee. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Paul kicks to Griffin. Shot on the wing, and that one hits back iron.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
The feed now to Bogut. Pass to Iguodala. To the inside. Thompson dishes to Lee. And the layup's good off the glass.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Clippers leading by 12. Now here's Paul. Crawford outside. Griffin sets the screen for Crawford. And the wide open shot from Paul. Drills it from outside. Paul's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's his first three-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. And another basket for Golden State.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. It's been great today and just as hot as he was last time out.
Paul against Curry. Paul outside. He feeds it to Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bogut. Thompson passes to Curry. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Well, I like what they're doing inside here in the second half. I mean, they're still trailing, but they're showing a lot of grit down low in the paint.
Shooting for Golden State, Stephen Curry. Shooting 1.
The free throw drops for Curry.
Well, you always talk about what an incredible home court advantage it is for the Warriors here at Oracle, and that is not going to change anytime soon. This team is on another level in front of this crowd.
Los Angeles calls timeout. No matter the score in this building, Clark, the Warriors are always a danger to either come back in a game or explode for a big lead.
Kevin, because of their ability to knock down a three-point shot, they're never out of a game, and they can really explode and get away from teams. I don't know if there's a team that has that kind of firepower in the league from the three-point line.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Barnes dishes to Paul. And that one's good. Paul's got 11 points here in just the second half.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Now, here's Thompson. They double him with Jordan. And Thompson kicks to Lee. Feeds to Curry. Clock at 6. Paul with the steal. Dishes it to Barnes. Paul with the ball. Crawford passes to Griffin. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Well, another open jump shot there. Their defense not putting up much of a fight.
Warriors trail by 16. And Thompson kicks to Lee. From deep, Iguodala. And again, no good by Golden State.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Now here's Griffin. Crawford is screen on Bogut. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Timeout called the Warriors.
You know, there have been talk of the Clippers trading DeAndre Jordan for Kevin Garnett 2 summers ago. The Clippers have to be happy they didn't make that trade. Sometimes the best trades are the ones that aren't made. KG's still getting it done, but Jordan is going to be their center for a long time.
Warriors have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Ball against Curry. Out to Thompson. They need this. Here's Bogut. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play. And Jordan last season, second in the league in total blocks, becoming more vocal defensively, and I thought improved his positioning and recognition as well.
Crawford's shot is good.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this run going much longer.
I tell you what, Steve, it's already lasted longer than I thought possible.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Outside Griffin. From 18 feet away, count that one. Griffin's got 13 points in the second half. And Jordan wears the number 6 in honor to his idol, a good one, Bill Russell.
And you know, Doc Rivers caught some flack last season for pointing to similarities between their games. Even Jordan says that's a stretch. But I think Rivers was just highlighting that Jordan could be truly great as primarily a defensive player, wanting him to really focus on being an elite defensive player.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
This is really going to be a good win. They've proven they know how to attack this team, and I think it's important to establish that against a conference opponent.
I agree, because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You'd love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to see them that often.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Chris Paul. And a big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving and finding guys when they would flash open.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Thompson with it, guarded now by Barnes. Iguodala against Crawford. Crawford with the steal. Now Paul. Crawford outside. Here's Barnes. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
Chris, we got to see Lob City in full effect here tonight. Seems like everyone on this team is really on the same page right now.
It's exciting, man. It's exciting. You know, it's something good for the fans to be excited about, but at the end of the day, we got to win games.
It's always about that, Chris. Thank you. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game.